Tom Welsh.
With only 8 teams left in competition, and at least for the public schools, semester exams over, we present to you Mandarin and Bishop Kenny. First playing for Mandarin, we have Matt Shaver, Zach Vickery. The team captain is Josh Wills and Brian Miklos. For Bishop Kenny, Mike Roberts, Paul Sheldon. Team captains Sarah Hetherington and Chris St. Augustine. Mandarin's team is coached by David Debs and Andy Scudder. Bishop Kenny's team is coached by Francis Smith and Susanna Suarez. Our supervisor of officials is Ali Browning. Let's review the rules. A toss-up is worth 4 points and a bonus 10 points, but they must answer the toss-up correctly in order to try for the bonus. If I'm interrupted by a member of either team during the reading of a toss-up, I'll stop and ask for an answer. If the answer is incorrect, 2 points are awarded to the opposing team score, then they get the opportunity to answer the question when it's repeated. They get 5 seconds to answer a toss-up, 20 seconds to answer a bonus. With the rules down, teams, good luck, let's begin. What do we call the script of a film comprising dialogue with... Josh. That's it. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Name the 4 famous Frankish leaders before Charles II. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4. Name the 4 famous Frankish leaders before Charles II.
Pepin, Clovis, Charlemagne, and Charles Martel.
That's it. Pencils for this toss-up. State in exponential form the 4th root of 2x cubed. Paul?
The 4th root of 2 times the quantity x to the 3/4 power.
Judge? No. Mandarin? Josh?
The quantity 2x cubed raised to 1/4.
Judge? Yes. Okay, we'll accept that one. The bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both in Greek mythology. First, who was the king of the underworld, and second, who was his wife? For 4 points each, or 10
Number
points for
1 is
both.
Hades, number 2 is Persephone.
Repeat, please.
Number 1 is Hades, number 2 is Persephone.
Yes, that's correct. Toss up. Name the only cells in the epidermis of a leaf that contain chloroplasts. Matt?
Guard cells?
Yes. The bonus is worth 10 points. The perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 41. The length of the base is 5 greater than 1/4 the length of a leg. Find the length of the base. For 10 points, the perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 41. The length of the base is 5 greater than 1/4 of the length of a leg. Find the length of the base. That's incorrect. Bishop Kenny.
We have 9.
9 is correct. Toss up. What type of materials can be traced using the carbon-14 method? Mike?
Fossils?
No. Mandarin. Zach?
Organic material?
Organic material is what we're looking for, yes. Bonus is worth 10 points. A 20-kilogram mass is resting on a surface. If the normal force is 196 N and the maximum frictional force is 78 N, then what is the coefficient of friction of the surface for 10 points? A 20-kilogram mass is resting on a surface. If the normal force is 196 N and the maximum frictional force is 78 N, then what is the coefficient of friction of the surface?
One half?
Your question.
Oh.
2.5.
No, that's incorrect, Mandarin.
It was our question.
It was our question.
Zach got it.
I'm sorry. That was Mandarin's question. It's still incorrect.
Okay.
Both teams giving incorrect answers. The answer is point 4. Toss up. What name is given to the period in English literature between the return of the Stuarts to the English throne in 1660 and the... Zach?
The Restoration?
No. 2-point penalty. I'll repeat for Bishop Kenny. What name is given to the period in English literature between the return of the Stuarts to the English throne in 1660 and the full assertion of Romanticism beginning in 1798? Sarah?
The Enlightenment?
No, it's the neoclassic period. Another toss-up, you need your pencil. If I is the square root of -1, what is the multiplicative inverse of I in simplest form? Paul?
-1 over I?
No. Mandarin. Josh?
Negative I?
Negative I is correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Taking their inspiration from Cézanne's famous remark that natural objects can be reduced to the forms of the cylinder, the sphere, and the cone, these two co-invented a new style of painting. Name one, either of the two co-inventors, and two, the style of painting. For 4 points each, 10 points for both.
Picasso and Cubism.
That is correct. Toss up. This type of bacteria stain violet in the Gram staining process. Matt.
Cyanobacteria?
No. Bishop Kenny. Sarah.
E. coli?
Gram positive. Toss up. What American sport is extremely popular in Japan? Brian.
Baseball.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name first the island of Napoleon's birth, and second the island to which he was first exiled. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name first the island of Napoleon's birth, second the island to which he was first exiled.
Born on Sicily and first exiled to St. Helena.
And those are both incorrect. Bishop Kenny.
For number 2, we have Elba, and for number 1, we have Stromboli.
Elba is correct. He was born on Corsica. Bishop Kenny, 4 points. Toss up. Name the English landscape artist who is well known for his paintings of Salisbury Cathedral. Sarah?
Giotto.
No. Mandarin. Zach?
Constable.
Constable is correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Match these literary characters to their occupations. The characters will be numbered. The occupations will be lettered. The characters are 1, Wang Long, 2, Merlin, 3, Sam Spade, 4, Figaro. The occupations are A, private detective, B, barber, C, farmer, D, magician. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Match these literary characters to their occupations. The characters will be numbered. The occupations will be lettered. The characters are 1, Wayne Long, 2, Merlin, 3, Sam Spade, 4, Figaro. The occupations are A, private detective, B, barber, C, farmer, and D, magician.
1 is C, 2 is D, 3 is A, and 4 is B.
10 points. Toss up. Give the title of the work by Plato in which he envisioned... Mike?
The Republic.
Yes. The bonus is worth 10 points. What number must be subtracted from both terms of the ratio 40 to 57 in order to have the ratio equal to 2 to 3 for 10 points? What number must be subtracted from both terms of the ratio 40 to 57 in order to have the ratio equal to 2 to 3?
Six.
6 is correct. 10 points. Toss up. Need your pencils. What is the area of an equilateral triangle if the length of the altitude is 6? Paul?
18.
No. Mandarin? Brian?
9 radical 2.
12 radical 3. Toss up. What is the type of cell division during which gametes are formed?
Meiosis.
Matt?
Meiosis.
Meiosis is correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all four. What are the four primary tastes? For 2 points each, 10 points for all four. What are the four primary tastes?
Bitter, sour, sweet, and salty.
That's it. 10 points. Toss up. Which 19th century French monarch was known as the Citizen King? Josh?
Pepin.
No. Bishop Kenny? Mike?
Louis the 16th.
Judge? No. Louis Philippe. Toss up. Name the composer of Suite for Pianoforte, Opus 25, his first work wholly in the 12-note method for organizing atonal music. Sarah? No. Mandarin? Matt?
Chopin.
Arnold Schoenberg. Toss up. What Shakespearean character urges her lover to swear not by the moon? Josh?
Juliet.
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all four. Number 1, what issue did the term popular sovereignty allow individuals to decide? For 2 and 3, what two areas of the country were involved, territories? And number 4, who was the U.S. senator who introduced the bill that contained the provision in 1854? For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Number 1, what issue did the term popular sovereignty allow individuals to decide? 2 and 3, what two territories of the country were involved? Number 4, who was the U.S. senator who introduced the bill that contained the provision in 1854?
Number 1 is slavery, 2 is Kansas, 3 is Nebraska, and 4 is Douglas.
That is correct. 10 points. Toss up. Use your pencils. The lengths of a right triangle have lengths 4 and 8. What is the length of the hypotenuse? Paul? No, I'm sorry. A math answer has to be given immediately. Mandarin? Brian?
4 radical 5.
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all four. In Shakespeare's play, The Tempest, when the King of Naples' ship wrecks near an island, there are three people and an airy spirit living on the island. Name first the three people and then the spirit. For 2 points each, 10 points for all four. In Shakespeare's play, The Tempest, when the King of Naples' ship wrecks near an island, there are three people and an airy spirit living on the island. Name first the three people and then the spirit.
One is Miranda, Ariel, Titania, and Brian Miklos.
Miranda's correct, the others are not. Bishop Kenny.
Sure.
Okay, the other two people are Prospero and Caliban, and Ariel is the spirit, but we indicated that they had to be given first the three people. So you do get the Miranda correct for 2 points. Toss up. An object falling through a fluid experiences a resistive force that is proportional to the viscosity of the fluid. What is the common term for this resistive force? Chris?
Buoyancy?
No. Mandarin? That is called drag. That's the end of the first round. Before we check the scores, let's meet the team players from Mandarin High School, and we'll start with Matt. Introduce yourself, Matt.
Matt Shaver. I'm a senior, first year of academic competition. The president of the Debate Society. I was a National Merit Commended Scholar, and I plan to go to Cornell University and major in political science.
Back.
I'm Zach Vickery. I'm a senior. This is my 5th year of academic competition. I'm a National Merit semifinalist. I'm on the All-County Brawl team.
Josh.
My name is Josh Wills. I'm a senior. I'm National Merit semifinalist. I was on the All-County Brawl team last year. I plan to attend Princeton or Harvard and major in mathematics.
And Brian.
Brian Miklos. I'm a senior. This is my 5th year. I was on All County last year. I am a National Merit Commended Scholar. I'm a member of the varsity baseball team, and I plan to attend Georgia Tech.
Those are the team players from Mandarin High School. Let's check the score. Mandarin has 102 points. Bishop Kenny has 30 points. Both teams have elected to substitute. Joining Mandarin's team is Jason Sheridan, and joining Bishop Kenny's team is Gary Gabor. The rules for round 2 remain the same, so let's continue. Oberlin College, which would become the first truly coeducational college in the United States, opened in 1833 in what state? Mike.
Ohio?
Yes. The bonus is worth 10 points. What is the area of a 200-degree sector in a circle of radius 12 for 10 points? What is the area of a 200-degree sector in a circle of radius 12?
80 pi?
That is correct. Toss up. How many stories were written for the Canterbury? Josh?
29.
Incorrect. 2-point penalty. I'll repeat for Bishop Kenny. How many stories were written for the Canterbury Tales? Mike?
27.
24. Pencils for this toss-up. By how much does the arithmetic mean of 9 and 16 exceed their geometric mean? That's hard in 5 seconds. By 1/2. Toss-up. What do we call a change in momentum? Josh?
Impulse.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Give the names of the two major bones of the lower arm. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both, give the names of the two major bones of the lower arm.
The ulna and the radius.
Those are both correct for 10 points. Toss up. What was the proposed amendment that would outlaw slavery in the... Mike?
12. Amendment.
No, that's incorrect. 2-point penalty. I'll repeat for Mandarin. What was the proposed amendment that would outlaw slavery in the territories taken from Mexico? Josh?
The Teller Amendment.
The Wilmot Proviso. Toss up. Name the American architect who designed the Guggen... Mike?
Right?
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all four. Match these musicals to their settings. The musicals will be numbered, the settings will be lettered. The musicals are number 1, The Music Man, number 2, Flower Drum Song, 3, Ain't Misbehavin', and 4, The Unsinkable Molly Brown. The settings are A, Charleston, B, River City, Iowa, C, San Francisco, California, and D, Denver, Colorado. For 2 points each, 10 points for all four. Match these musicals to their settings. The musicals are numbered, the settings lettered. The musicals are 1, The Music Man, 2, Flower Drum Song, 3, Ain't Misbehavin', 4, The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Number 1, B, number 2, C, number 3, D, and number 4, A.
First and second are correct. Josh, were you paying attention?
I hope so. A and D.
Okay, that'll do it. 4 points each way. Toss up. Name the Polish-born English novelist who used the character. Josh?
Conrad.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. Name first the poem from which these lines come, and second the Victorian poet who wrote these lines. For I dipped into the future, far as human eye could see, saw the vision of the world and all.
Excuse me, sir, I have an answer. That is Locksley Hall by Tennyson.
That is correct. 10 points. Pencils for this toss-up. Given the polar coordinates 5, 270 degrees, find the Cartesian coordinates of the point. Paul?
0, -5.
Yes. Bonus is worth 10 points. Find a value for C such that the graph of y equals 2 times the tangent of the quantity x minus c contains the point pi over 6, 2 radical 3 for 10 points. Find a value for C such that the graph of y equals 2 times the tangent of the quantity x minus c contains the point pi over 6, 2 radical 3.
Pi over 3.
No, that's incorrect. Mandarin.
Pi over 12.
Negative pi over 6. No points. Toss up. What is defined as the ratio of the speed of light in a vacuum over the speed of light in a given medium? Paul.
Index of refraction.
That's it. The bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. A lichen is a symbiotic relationship between what 2 organisms? For 4 points each, 10 points for both. A lichen is a symbiotic relationship between what 2 organisms?
An algae and a fungus.
Yes. Toss up. In what country are the Taurus Mountains located? Josh.
Greece.
No. Bishop Kenny. Mike.
Austria.
They are in Turkey. With what art form are the following women associated? Kathleen Battle, Jessie Norman, Beverly Stills. Zach?
Abstract expressionism.
No. Bishop Kenny. Sarah?
Impressionism.
Opera. Toss up. Identify the essay by Shelley in which he states, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. Josh?
A defense of poetry.
That is correct. Bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. Identify the following associated with the Crusades. Number 1, the Pope who preached the First Crusade. Number 2, the leader of the French army during the Third Crusade. For 4 points each, 10 points for both. Identify the following associated with the Crusades. Number 1, the Pope who preached the First Crusade. Number 2, the leader of the French army during the Third Crusade.
The first is Urban II, and the second is Henry I.
Number 1 is correct. Bishop Kenny, can you give me the second?
No answer.
King Philip Augustus or Philip II would be correct. Urban II is correct for 4 points. You need your pencils for this toss-up. The fourth proportional to 6, 4, and 15 is what? Paul?
10.
Correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. Egyptian architecture developed the obelisk and the clerestory. Match these terms to their descriptions. Number 1, a tall vertical monument topped by a small pyramid. Number 2, a window above the first level in a hypostyle hall. For 4 points each or 10 points for both. Egyptian architecture developed the obelisk and the clerestory. Match these terms to
We have an answer. Number 1 is A, number 2 is B.
Judge.
The clerestory is the windows and the obelisk is the temple thing on top of the
That's
pyramid.
in the correct order. Yeah, that's correct. Toss up. What name specifically refers to a curve in space which traces the points successfully occupied by a projectile or other body in motion? Zach.
Trajectory.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each or 10 points for both. Name the English authors who use these pen names. Number 1, George Savage Fitzboodle. Number 2, Boz. For 4 points each, 10 points for both. Name the English authors who use these pen names. Number 1, George Savage Fitzboodle. Number 2, Boz.
One is Thackeray, and 2 is Dickens.
Correct. 10 points. Toss up. What country besides the United States is the greatest user of the Panama Canal? Josh.
Great Britain.
No. Bishop Kenny.
Japan.
Mike. Japan is correct. Wait till you're called on. Bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Name the 4 basic curves, which are called conic sections.
Excuse me, we have an answer. Ellipse, Hyperbola, circle, and parabola.
That is correct. Toss up. Identify the literary device of using a word in such a way that the sound of the word imitates. Sarah.
Onomatopoeia.
Yes, the bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. Answer the following questions about the DNA molecule. Number 1, adenine and guanine are what type of bases? Number 2, how many rings do these bases contain? For 4 points each or 10 points for both. Answer the following questions about the DNA molecule. Number 1, adenine and guanine are what type of bases? And 2, how many rings do these bases contain?
They're purines, and they have 1 ring.
They are purines. Mandarin, how many rings?
2.
2 is correct. 4 points each way. Pencils for the toss-up. Simplify the product of 4 plus 5i and 4 minus 5. Brian.
41.
Correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Match these musicals to their settings. The musicals will be numbered. The settings will be lettered. The musicals are 1, Cabaret, 2, Guys and Dolls, 3, Damn Yankees, and 4, Can-Can. The settings are A, New York City, B, Berlin, C, Paris, and D, Washington, D.C. For 2 points each or 10 points for all 4, match these musicals to their settings. The musicals are numbered, the settings lettered. The musicals are 1, Cabaret, 2, Guys and Dolls, 3, Damn Yankees, and 4, Can-Can. The settings are A, New York City, B, Berlin, C, Paris, and D, Washington.
C, D, A, B.
No. Bishop Kenny.
We have C, A.
You did get correct. Number 1 is B, 2 is A. That's correct. 2 points for Bishop Kenny. 3 is D, 4 is C. So, Judge, I have 1 correct. 2 points for Bishop Kenny. Toss up. What is the scientific study of heredity called? Paul.
Genetics.
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Name 4 of the 6 areas of accomplishment for which persons are honored by the Nobel Prize. For 2 points each or 10 points for all 4. Name 4 of the 6 areas of accomplishment for which persons are honored by the Nobel Prize.
Peace, literature, economics, and science.
3 are correct. Peace, literature, and economics are correct. Mandarin, give me another one.
Medicine.
Medicine is correct. So it's 6 points Kenny, 2 points Mandarin. Toss up. How many branches of national government were established under the Articles of Confederation? Josh.
1.
Correct. Just the Congress. Bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Identify the authors of the following poems. Number 1, Roan Stallion. Number 2, General William Booth Enters into Heaven. 3, Richard Cory. And 4, The Emperor of Ice Cream. For 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. Identify the authors of the following poems. Number 1, Roan Stallion. 2, General William Booth Enters into Heaven. 3, Richard Cory. 4, The Emperor of Ice Cream.
3 is E.A. Robinson. 4 is Wallace Stevens. And Lowell for the other 2.
The Robinson and Stevens are correct. Bishop Kenny, can you give me the first and second?
No. No answer.
Robinson Jeffers for the first, Vachelle Lindsay for the second. 4 points Mandarin. Toss up. Identify the 20th century American author, famed for her poems celebrating love, who wrote the following. My candle burns at both. Josh.
Edna St. Vincent Millay.
Correct. The bonus is worth 10 points. Express in simplest terms, 9 divided by the quantity 3 plus radical 6. For 10 points, express in simplest terms, 9 divided by the quantity 3 plus radical 6.
Nine minus 3 radical 6.
Correct. Toss up. You need pencils. No, you won't. That's the end of the second round. Before we look at the scores, let's meet the team players from Bishop Kenny High School, and we'll start with Mike.
Hi, my name is Mike Roberts. I'm a sophomore in my first year on Brawl. I played junior varsity football this year, and I'm also active in my NJROTC unit at school. And Sarah asked me to say hi to her family.
Paul.
Well, I'm a senior. This is my first year of academic competition. I'm a National Merit semifinalist. I've run cross country and track and field for 4 years, and Chris asked me to say hi to her family.
Sarah.
Hi, my name is Sarah Hetherington. I'm a senior. I play the piano and varsity softball. I'm a member of student government. I'm a National Merit semifinalist. I hope to go to Johns Hopkins and study medicine. And Paul asked me to say hello to his family.
Gary, are we going to make it a sweep here?
Hi, my name is Gary Gabor. This is my second year of Brawl. I'm a junior, and I want to say hi to my family.
That's about take care of it. Those are the team players from Bishop Kenny High School. Let's check the score. Mandarin has 190 points. Bishop Kenny has 120 points. Mandarin has elected to substitute, and John Scheel has joined the team. Time now for the lightning round. That's a series of toss-up questions worth 4 points if answered correctly, 4 points for the opposing team if answered incorrectly. 2 minutes for 25 questions, whichever comes first. What's the chemical symbol for nitrogen? Josh.
N.
Yes. What is the popular name of the first hospital for the mentally ill in London? Mike.
Bedlam.
Yes. Name the act of Congress that was passed to enforce and define the 18th Amendment. Gary.
Volstead Act.
Yes. Who wrote the Canterbury Tales? Josh.
Johnson.
Yes. What type of curve is graphed by 8y equals x squared? Paul.
Parabola.
Yes. What kind of reaction occurs at the anode of an electrolytic cell? Sarah.
Oxidation.
Yes. Name the company today that is the result of the merging of Edison Electrical Light Company and other companies. Mike.
General Electric.
Yes. Who wrote Green Mansions? W.H. Hudson. What relationship exists between two lines which meet to form congruent adjacent angles? Paul.
Perpendicular.
Yes. What is the SI unit called that is used to measure energy changes? Paul.
Joule.
Yes. What do the letters ICBM stand for? Zach.
Intercontinental Ballistic Missile.
Yes. What number's logarithm always stays the same no matter what the day? Josh.
1.
Yes. Who wrote Point Counterpoint? Josh.
Huxley.
Yes. Name the mission group that sent Alan B. Shepard into space on... Zach.
Mercury.
Yes. In what state was the Farmer Labor Party founded? Josh.
Iowa.
No, Minnesota. Who wrote the collection of pastoral poems called The Shepherd's Calendar? Josh.
Marlowe.
Spencer. What is the set of possible outcomes in a probability experiment called? That is sample space. Name the general term used to describe a plant that has cells to carry food and water. Gary.
Vascular.
Yes. Of what country is the Orange River the principal river? Zach.
South Africa.
Yes. Songs of Innocence and Songs of... Paul.
William Blake.
Yes. What is any three-dimensional figure that completely encloses a volume of space? Paul.
Solid.
Yes. What is the large muscular sheet called? Sarah.
Diaphragm.
Yes. What country was unified through the marriage of Ferdinand and his dog? Josh.
Spain.
Yes. Give the English poet who penned the Eve of St. Agnes. Josh.
Keats.
Yes. Which one of the regular polyhedra has 20 triangular faces? Sarah.
Icosahedron.
Yes. C-E. And that's the end of our lightning round with one question left. Let's look at today's final score. Mandarin has 226 points. Bishop Kenny has 176 points, a grand total of over 400 points. Mandarin is the winner of this match, a fine match for both schools. In Brain Brawl competition, a team stays in till it's lost twice, so we'll see both of these schools again in future rounds. Stay tuned. We've got another match coming right up after a few messages. We'll be right back.